Aisha says, how should we help our Syrian brothers and sisters? Is there any authentic site where we can donate? The plight of our brothers and sisters in Syria is not the first, and it's definitely not going to be the last. Now, I try my level best to be balanced in answering this question. We have great sorrow to what is happening to our brothers and sisters there. Our hearts are filled with sadness and rage at some times. But we have to be proactive. It is not only happening in Al-Ghouta. It is happening all over Syria. And it's not only happening in Syria. It is happening in Myanmar. The Rohingya are being far more slaughtered than them. It's genocide. And this is not taking place only in these places. You have Afghanistan, you have Iraq, you have things happening in Libya. And before all of that, we have the forgotten cause of the Muslims, the real core of the problem, which is Palestine, which nobody ever speaks about. And this where the media comes. They take the initiative because we are passive. So we sleep for a couple of months, and all of a sudden, it is crazy everywhere, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, on WhatsApp, on the media. Atrocities, problems, killings, bloodshed, explosions in a Muslim area. So the Muslims are hyped. We want to help, we want to do this. Good. This is what we should be doing 24/7. But then it comes down and they make it happen somewhere else, in a third place, and a fourth place. What happens is that the Muslims get fed up. They get accustomed. Spreading these photos and videos of Muslims being attacked kills the heart. These are our brothers and sisters, and they're suffering. Yet you're enjoying watching their bloodshed and their plight. Did they allow you to show their pictures? Wouldn't that be backbiting? Wouldn't they feel sorry for themselves that people are circulating their agony and pain? So what can we do? It's a very simple question that requires a very serious answer. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. Verily, Allah would not change what a people are going through until they change themselves. You want victory, you have to change yourselves. If you look all around you, the Muslims are not committed to their religion. Bit by bit, they're compromising their own religion. If the Prophet ﷺ were among us, if the companions were to come alive and see our style of living, they would not recognize any of it. Anas ibn Malik, may Allah be pleased with him, was once crying. So Az-Zuhri asked him, Anas, why are you crying and you are the companion of the Prophet ﷺ? Now remember that he is the companion of the Prophet ﷺ. He said, I looked around and could not recognize anything which is similar to the time of the Prophet ﷺ, except for the prayer. The only thing that I can relate to is praying, 5 daily prayers, and even that, you have wasted it. Meaning, you, the tabi'een. What would happen if he came in our times and looked at us? We've diverted big time away from Islam. And this is not beating around the bush. Every one of us is not complying to Islam. we try to make Islam fit our lives rather than make our lives fit into Islam. And we ended up with a mutilated Islam that does not relate to the Quran and the Sunnah. So we would like to have victory. If we want victory, we have to change ourselves. We have to go back to the Quran and Sunnah. Fix our communities, fix our families, fix our neighborhoods, and ensure that everyone is relating to the Quran and the Sunnah. Nevertheless, there will be resistance. Nevertheless, we will have the people dividing into two parties. Iman, with no hypocrisy in it, and hypocrisy, full-fledged hypocrites with no Iman in it. But at least we can draw the line. Unlike the present times, how can we help the brothers and sisters in Syria? Make a lot of dua. How many times do you make dua for them in the last third of the night at night time when you pray tahajjud? How many times do you pray for them in your sujood? This is something you have to ask yourself. How do we help our brothers and sisters in Syria? By financially contributing. And this is why Aisha says, is there any authentic site where we can donate? You have to do your homework and ask. Generally speaking, you may trust the Islamic organizations abroad because they're monitored so that there won't be any money laundering or abuse of the money. And at the same time, they have the liberty to go and help, unlike a lot of the other Muslim organizations that were shut down or blacklisted for no apparent reason except that they are helping Muslims. So you have to do your work and you have to look for it, insha'Allah Azza wa Jal.